What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how you can become a millionaire through wholesaling real estate as a teenager. If you don't already know who I am, I started my real estate journey at the age of 16. I'm now 20 years old and I've been able to become a millionaire through wholesaling real estate by the age of 18 and build a multi-million-dollar real estate investment business. That being said, make sure you stick around to the end of the video because through this video I'm going to be able to show you exactly how you can become a millionaire through wholesaling real estate. So the video is going to be value-packed, so make sure you stick around to the end. Also, if you're not already subscribed, go down below, hit the red button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. Other than that though, let's get right into the video. So that's right, I was able to become a millionaire through wholesaling real estate by the age of 18 years old. So that's right, I got into real estate wholesaling when I was 16 years old. I'm 20 years old now. I was able to become a millionaire by the age of 18 wholesaling real estate, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same. Yes, was it challenging to get into the real estate industry at the age of 16 years old? Yes, it was. There was a lot of factors that made it difficult. There was a lot of pushback that I had, but I was able to break through those barriers and make it happen. The first main obstacle that I had when I found out about wholesaling real estate and I wanted to get into the industry was the fact that I wasn't 18 years old. I wasn't an adult. And in order to sign contracts, you have to be 18 years old. So in order to sign real estate contracts, you have to be 18 years old. And so I was trying to figure out a loophole of how I could get around this. And I found out that if I created an LLC, if I created a company with somebody on that company that's over the age of 18, so me as a member and somebody over the age of 18 as a member on that company, that would make me 18 years old, an adult in the business world. So that's exactly what I did. I went out and I created an LLC with my mother. So I opened up this company with my mom, and now I was basically an adult in the business world. So that being said, if you're under the age of 18 and you want to get into wholesaling real estate and you don't know how, all you have to do is find somebody in your family or a friend that's over the age of 18 that believes in your vision, that will open up a company with you, and that way you will be 18 years old in the business world. So that was the first main hoop and obstacle that I had to get through in order to start wholesaling real estate. So if you're under the age of 18, that's the solution for that. Now, there obviously was a bunch more obstacles. I was 16 years old, I was very young. How could I be trusted by a homeowner? I didn't have as much confidence, right? So it was a challenge. But we'll get into that a little bit later in the video, all those other difficulties that I had trying to wholesale real estate so young. But let's first talk about what exactly is wholesaling real estate. You're probably watching this video if you're new to the idea of wholesaling real estate, you just recently found out about it, or you just thought this video was interesting. So I want to make sure I share with you the basic concept of wholesaling real estate, so that way we can start from ground zero at the bottom and build up from there. Essentially, all wholesaling real estate is marketing to homeowners and finding a motivated seller that wants to sell their property for cash. Usually we're working with highly motivated sellers that have a distressed property or a reason that's pressing them to sell their property fast. So once you find a seller that is willing to take a discounted price for their property, you get their property under contract. So you send over a purchase contract to buy their property and you get it under contract. And in that contract it says your name and or assigns, meaning buyer or assignee, meaning you can assign that contract to a buyer. So then, once you have the deal, you go get pictures of the property and you market that deal to cash buyers. You find a cash buyer that wants to buy the deal and you assign your contract to them. You sell your contract to them for an assignment fee. This is your profit. So let's say you lock up a deal under contract for $100,000 and you go out, you market the deal and you find a cash buyer that wants to buy the deal for $120,000. You can assign your contract to that buyer and make a $20,000 assignment fee. It's super easy, there's minimal risk to do this business, and you need little to no money to get started. So that's basically what wholesaling is. Now let's talk about some actionable steps that you can take to get your first wholesale deal, and then we'll talk about how you can continue to grow, continue to scale, and continue to build off that in order to become a millionaire. So I did a couple things wrong when I got started. I put out bandit signs, which are little signs that you put up on the street that say, I buy houses for cash, call me. And I passed out flyers to houses. Those were super slow marketing channels and I wasn't doing enough outreach in order to find a deal. So I wasted a bunch of time doing that. So don't worry about any other marketing channel except this one. I want you to do cold calling marketing. In order to get your first deal, the best and most affordable marketing channel is definitely cold calling marketing. And to this day, cold calling marketing is still my favorite and my #1 marketing strategy. So what you're going to need to do in order to start cold calling is you're going to need to get data. You're going to need to get a list of homeowners. There's multiple different data providers out there, and there's links in the description for you to get motivated seller lists, so make sure to check that out. Once you have this list of motivated sellers, you can't really hand dial them because it'll take too long to call them one by one. So what you need to get is you need to get a dialer. A dialer is a thing that calls 10 people at once and feeds you the people that answer. So that way you're not just hand dialing people and they're not answering and you're wasting time. It calls a bunch of people at once, so that way you get somebody that answers and you're always talking to people. There's a link in the description for a dialer. So once you have that list and the dialer, you upload the list to the dialer, you put a headset on, and you bang out the calls. You call until you find somebody that's interested in selling their property for a cash offer. Now you're probably wondering, call them, what do I say? I don't know what to say on the phone. Well, fortunately, you can go download my cold calling script for completely free at jacobblank.com, so make sure to check that out. It's a script that tells you exactly what to say when you're on the phone with them. It's pretty simple. All you're going to be asking is, hey, are you interested in a cash offer for your property? They're going to say yes or no. And then if they say yes, you're going to collect some info about their property, and then you're going to go from there. So that's the marketing and the way to chase after your first deal that I want you to do. Now, there's a few other things you're going to need to get good at and you're going to need to have. One of those things is purchase contract and an assignment contract. Fortunately, you can download my purchase contract and assignment contract for completely free at jacobblank.com. So make sure you go download my contract. Also, you're going to need to know how to calculate an accurate offer to make the seller. So that way you're giving an offer to them where you're able to still make money on the deal. So if you want to learn how to make accurate offers, go to jacobblank.com/shop. My offer calculator is there. You're also going to need to get good at sales. You need to be good at selling through the phone, so that way you're able to lock up a deal at a discounted price. So go to jacobblank.com/shop and check out my sales training resources. So now that you have your marketing set up, you have the way to calculate the offer, you're pretty much going to have those core fundamentals of how you're going to chase after this first deal. I also have more in-depth videos on my channel about how to get your first deal in 30 days, so make sure to go check those out. But now let's jump forward a little bit. Let's say you get that first deal. Congratulations. It's going to feel amazing. You're going to feel like $1 million, and that's the way you need to feel. And what I want you to do is I don't want you to slow down, and I don't want you to throw that money away. I want you to take every penny that you made and reinvest it back into your business. And I want you to keep that momentum. So, let's say you're doing cold calling and maybe you were cold calling yourself and now you got your first deal. What I want you to do is I want you to go out there and hire 4 cold callers. You can hire cold callers at thecallgenius.com. These are callers that will call the list for you, find the people that are interested in a cash offer, and pass them to you for you to lock up the deals. Or let's say you started with cold callers and let's say you got your first deal and you had 2 cold callers. I instantly want you to go to 4 or 5 cold callers. Now let's say you get a couple more deals. I want you to go to 8 cold callers, 10 cold callers, 12 cold callers, and so on. I want you to keep scaling that up. Now once you're getting about 10 to 15 leads a day of people interested in selling their property, motivated sellers, you're going to start getting overwhelmed. You're not going to be able to follow up with all these leads. You're not going to be able to call all of them as they come in. So what you're going to need to do next is hire an acquisition manager, a sales manager that is going to follow up with these leads and try to lock up deals with you. So I want you to be ramping up that marketing of the cold calling till you're overwhelmed. And now that you're overwhelmed, you need a sales rep. You need an acquisition manager. What you can do is you can find a buddy that you want to bring on the team, or you can find somebody through Indeed and hire them onto your team. You might need to get an office, or you could maybe work with them at your house, but it is best to get an office. But you're going to need that sales manager. And now you're just going to keep going, getting more deals, ramping up the marketing till both of you are overwhelmed following up with the leads, and then you're going to hire another sales manager, and so on. You're going to keep doing this until you start bringing in consistent money every single month. What we need to do is we need to get you to bringing in 6 figures every month, $100,000. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to consistently bring in 6 figures every month? Well, there's a couple secrets in this business to getting consistent and bringing money in consistently. One of those secrets is to never stop calling. Sometimes when you're building this business, what's going to happen is you'll get a bunch of deals locked up on the board, which is great. But then you're going to take a step back and start working on systems and processes and different things that are needed in your business, and you're going to stop calling. And then you're gonna have a dry month because you didn't lock up any other deals. So the most important thing is to try to keep a happy balance of working on things that are needed for the business and staying on the phone. You need to consistently keep trying to close deals through the phone while you're building the business. Keep that in mind. And the second way to stay consistent is you need to build a cushion of leads. Leads are what you get from the marketing, and you need to have more leads than you need, so that way if you don't convert as much off the normal amount of leads, the normal amount of motivated sellers you talk to, if you don't convert as much on those, then you have a cushion of extra leads to go try and convert on to get the same amount of deals locked up. You need to have a cushion in order to get consistent. So I want you to do those two things as well. Create that cushion and always stay on the phone. Continue to do this, and you will be able to start hitting 6 figures every month. And if you continue at this, you will become a millionaire in your teens wholesaling real estate. This is not rocket science, guys. This is exactly what I did. I started cold calling. It took me 8 months to get my first deal. I got that first deal. I had 2 cold callers. I went to 4 cold callers. I got some more deals. I went to 8 cold callers, and so on. I hired sales reps. I got an office. I built that cushion in of extra leads to have consistency, and I kept at it, working hard every single day, and boom, I made it happen, and I became a millionaire through wholesaling real estate and changed my life forever. I'm no different than you. We are the same. There's nothing special about me. All that I am blessed with is a positive mindset and an extremely hard work ethic. If you are willing to put the work in whatever it is in life, you will achieve success. Remember that. That being said, I hope this video was helpful. If you guys like learning from me and you want to learn every single detail that you need to know in order to become the most successful wholesaler you can possibly be, make sure to check out my Learn to Wholesale program that's available at reiscalers.com. There's a link in the description for this as well. I teach you from A to Z how to get that first deal, and then from there on scale to building a multi-million-dollar real estate wholesaling business. So make sure to check that out at reiscalers.com. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go down below, hit the like button, also hit the red button, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.